Hi there, I'm Eli Sipka, and this is the Apatros Review. Mike? Now, before I go along with this review, I'm just going to repeat a warning I did in my previous video, and which I'll do for the next few videos as well, is that if you're on any YouTube channel and you leave a comment on the comment section, and you get a reply from what looks like to be the channel owner, like same profile picture but with a different name of the thing, saying like usually having a number or something in it, do not respond to it. It is a scam bot. Now these scam bots have been proliferating on YouTube lately. They're like fucking cockroaches. There's a ton of them. And they've infected a whole heap of channels, like the comment sections. Now, just to let you know, no YouTuber, like no legit YouTuber, will ever do a legit giveaway through the comment section of a YouTube video. They'll just make a video to determine the competition or giveaway or a post, and it's from there you get to know the giveaway, not from the comment section. Just so you know. Until we figure out how to stop these damn cockroaches, it's going to be with us for a while. So, just to let you know. Anyway. Now, the film in this episode we're reviewing is Trapped by Television, which was a 1936 B programmer made by Columbia Pictures, and which is featured on the Sci-Fi Invasion set from Mill Creek. This is actually the most infamous Mill Creek set so far. A lot of critics have actually reviewed from this. Yeah, if you're a bad movie masochist or a cult film fanatic, this is one of the best to find. There's actually some really good films on this, surprisingly enough. Usually the Italian ones. In fact, actually, I reckon the best films on this set would be, let's see, Hands of Steel, Rise of Atlantis. That's a good film. Let's see, Alien Prey, which is actually called Prey, Assassin. There's a bunch of films here. I will review all of the films on this set eventually, but some of them I'm going to review in the future because I actually have other releases of them, and I just want to like kind of put them together. And also, actually, many of these films I'm going to review in over the coming episodes. And just and for the Americans watching, we Australians never really had a market for these sorts of things, because I mean the only time I remember in Australia that we actually had a market for 50 film box sets was around 2005. Like around the mid 2000s, we had a number of box sets that came out from Payless Entertainment, which was a public domain operator. And I actually had two copies of their Sci-Fi Classics set, one that I bought at the time and one I bought a few years ago as a replacement, and also had a copy of the Action Classics set. Pretty much the same diff they get with these. So, and there actually are a lot of YouTubers who have recovered this film, this set, and I'll do the same. It's a good set. There's actually one film on this that I actually have some personal history with. It's called Top Line. I'll review that one. I'll tell you when the time comes. Anyway. So the film I'm reviewing in this set is, at the moment, is Trapped by Television, which was a 1936 B programmer made by Columbia Pictures, and this film premiered on the 15th of June 1936. It was directed by Del Lord, written by Lee Loeb and Harold Buchman, or Buchman. Buchman? Yeah. From a story by Sherman L. Lau and Al Martin. I don't know who the producer is because it's not credited on IMDb. Now the cast includes Mary Astor, Lyle Talbot, Nat Pendleton, Joyce Compton, and Thurston Hall. Now another golden oldie on the Mill Creek Sci-Fi Invasion 50 film box set, this 1936 B programmer is, despite not technically being a science fiction film, well at least not by today's standards, given that TV is such a staple of our lives, I would consider this to be an espionage comedy thriller at best. Anyway, this film is such a charmingly silly little bit of fluff that at a running time of just over an hour in NTSC format, about 63 minutes tops, never has a chance to overstay its welcome. Rocky O'Neill, played by Nat Pendleton, is a somewhat buffoonish debt collector with an interest in science who is sent to collect on a debt that is being owed by a young and honest inventor named Fred Dennis, future Edward collaborator Lyle Talbot. Upon visiting Fred, Rocky discovers that the man is working on a self-contained portable television transmitter set. And by portable, I don't mean something like today's portable TVs or portable DVD players or tablet computers or laptops. I mean a transmitter that transmits television signals to a self-contained CRT or cathode ray tube TV set, which is only a fair bit bigger than my late father's massive early 90s Sony Trinitron. A TV set that was so heavy that it gave the TV repairman a hernia when he carried it to his repair van to take it back to his shop. That kind of big. And decides to help his newfound friend not only get a reprieve from paying his debt, but also to help him get a job at his debt collection agency, the same agency that nearly fired Rocky for spending his downtime reading science tabloids in his office. With Rocky's help, Fred is nearly finished at perfecting his device, but he's only able to complete it with a $200 fund from a female venture investor who later becomes his girlfriend, played by Mary Astor, a somewhat notorious actress of the era, whose sheer talent at her performances is only matched by her sheer talent at constantly getting into the Hollywood scandal sheets. One of those kind of people. To get over the investor and the female best friend, the foursome pitched their TV device to a local technology firm, which is trying to find a suitable working TV for their plans. But the firm's cadre of inventors who are working on the project are being abducted and killed by a pair of underworld hitmen working for one of the firm's chief executives, the motive being that the suit will sell the firm back their own invention and pocket the proceeds of the deal. The rogue exec learns of the fresh pitch and decides to do all he can to sabotage the deal. As any successful deal, Rocky and Fred's TV will torpedo his chance to make a dishonest deal, and he's very nearly successful at it. It's only the hero's determination that manages to seal the deal. Anyway, Trapped by Television is not a science fiction movie at all, like I said, even by the standards of the time, as this film came out only a few months before the first public TV broadcasts were achieved. But this doesn't hurt the film's chances at all. The actors here are all professionals at their job, all giving surprisingly enjoyable and efficient performances, and the story is structured in such a tight fashion that the film moves at an agreeably brisk clip. You won't be bored with this one, as barely a minute goes by without an important bit of dialogue, or a funny one-liner from Nat Pendleton, the former Olympic wrestler turned actor with a long history of playing lovable lunkheads and good-natured heavies. I had previously seen Pendleton in the Bela Lugosi comedy thriller Scared to Death, not to be confused with a sci-fi horror movie that came out in the early 1980s, and he was extremely funny in that one. Actually, I was pretty surprised when I saw him, his first appearance in the movie. Anyway, as I've already said, the cast really do an excellent job of their roles here. Now, while Trapped by Television is too slight and predictable to be anything other than a B programmer, to fill out the second half of a double bill and more prestigious film at the cinema, it's still a charmingly passable film that will help pass the viewer's time with brisk efficiency. So, if you've got a stomach for watching these early 30s films, 1930s films, this is actually a good one to get. It's pretty decent. Pretty funny as well. And Trapped by Television gets a C+, 5 out of 10, the passable rung on my grading ladder. There's no gore here, and there's no nudity either. But there is an innocent scene where we see Mary Astor and Joyce Compton share a bed. No, they're not lesbians. Just good friends who happen to have only one bed in their apartment, so they share it, with absolutely nothing sexual going on between them. Just to let you know. Although it's kind of weird watching in 2022 and two women sharing a bed. Weird. Anyway. Now this film is on the Mill Creek Sci-Fi Invasion box set, with a relatively decent looking print with only a slight sub picture to complain about. Okay. So that's it for this episode. Trapped by Television gets a C+, 5 out of 10. It's passable. But to be honest, you know what, to fully enjoy it, you have to be a fan of these sorts of films. But otherwise, if you do watch it, it's okay. It does the job nicely. Okay, and by the way, as for the sci-fi horror version of Scared to Death that came out in the 80s, I'll review that sometime in the future. I'll try and see if I can do it next year, and we'll see. Okay, that's it for this episode. If you have any questions about films or DVDs in general, just hit me up in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. I do not do requests. Okay, hope you guys are staying safe. Take it easy, and that's it for this review. See ya.